Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the final portion of today's final episode of Playing the Dark Smooth Criminals. We had another pretty good scene at the end of last session, or not session, last part, uh, where Astrid figured out what she wanted. That's
Or
Finally.
more like what she didn't want.
yeah, what she didn't want rather. um,
I mean, that's half the battle, right? Know what you don't want, and then eventually you'll figure out what you do.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Um,
I learned 10,000 ways not to make a demon.
yeah, so yeah, we the two of them left that scene, and so yeah, I guess now if we want to do any like time skippy post stuff to figure out where people end up.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool, yeah. Um,
Who do we want to? Do we want to start with Mr. Posh, or would you like to go next?
Crime Lord, Mr. Posh.
Mr. Posh isn't going to be a crime lord.
no, I
Posh
get
isn't going to be a crime lord. They're going to be a legitimate business person.
well, it's actually like because a lot of Posh's stuff has changed. Because initially Posh was like, I'm gonna get a bunch of money and I'm gonna steal everything and then I'm just gonna take everything over, just like I'm playing a chess game. And now it's like life isn't actually a chess game.
Turns out, yeah.
Turns out life isn't a chess game. So yeah, now basically Posh has a bunch of like, not a, like, because four stash is a pretty significant amount of money. I'm not sure what it relates to in like accordance with like having a tier. But yeah, I've got four stash, and I remember in the book that's like you can basically afford any like when you go out and do stuff, it's expensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're like pretty high society-ish if you want to be because you can afford it. So Posh has a pretty decent amount of capital, and a dragon girlfriend. So there's that.
And a dragon girlfriend.
And a
Absolutely.
dragon girlfriend. So actually, I know I didn't finish the clock, but I think that's actually what I want to do is like talk with, have a like I want my. So it's probably not like the next day. It's probably a little while. Like Posh is still like because Posh still had a really big thing happen to them, so they're still kind of recovering from that.
We can definitely make it like however far into the future you want it to be.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And other endings can bounce around in time.
Totally.
It's that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
15-year-old TomCat, ready to take over the world.
So I think it's like maybe like 2 weeks or something like that afterwards. Like Posh has been doing a lot of resting and kind of getting like affairs in order, I guess, because it's like doing secret stuff. Like, hey, so I know this account is in this person's name. I need you to make it this person's name, actually. So, like a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, not any like.
It's
like,
probably easier for you just to like withdraw everything from that account and then go to a different bank. And
Yeah,
create a whole
yeah,
new
basically
account.
that. Making sure all my resources
Yeah.
are in order. Probably having like sending a few awkward letters to people like, hey, so this is Mr. Posh. I need to have a conversation with you, but it's gonna be a little weird conversation. So when you're ready, let's have that conversation. Kind of things with like, at least with like, was it Amalthea or Alethea?
Alethea.
Yeah, like Alethea, like the friends and stuff that he's made. Probably Tessalin, Alethea, that the people on Posh's list.
Mhm.
Some of our crew friends on the list. Kind of just like I need to have an awkward conversation with you. So let's have that sometime.
Don't you be poaching up gang members, Posh?
No, it just like because they're still my friends. Still, like if I wanted to like help them or have them help me or whatever, like they're still a resource.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like I'm forming my own gang. It's more it's just like, hey, we're
because then the ending becomes very different.
right. No, yeah, it's more like, hey, since we are friends, I need to tell you a
Since
thing
I
that
might
happened to
see
me.
you ever again in the future?
Yeah, exactly. Like
it'd be really-
since you know me, and a big thing about me has changed. I need to tell you something. So yeah,
It's a company meeting.
company meeting exactly. Yeah, so I think it's like 2 or so weeks later. Posh has moved out of the hideout and has kind of moved into Salia's place. Like Posh is like staying there, but it hasn't like officially been like, hey, do I live here now? Like Posh is just kind of there's
It hasn't quite got to the point where it's like, do you actually live here now? It's
right,
like,
yeah,
Haven't
it's
had
just
a conversation
just
yet.
staying
Right, yeah.
over
Your thing.
all the
yeah,
time.
because they've just been resting and recovering there, and now they just are that they've been there
And
for
then
the
they
last
just
2
didn't
weeks,
leave.
and they just
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
haven't left yet, because they also kind of don't have another place to live as of right now.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
You always move back in with Astrid.
Technically true, yeah. If I have to.
I'm sure that's a conversation that Astrid has. Is like, if it doesn't work out with the dragon, I got a spare bed.
Awesome.
It used to be your bed, but you got a spare bed.
Do y'all just keep TomCat's bed there? Please do.
Yeah.
Gonna come back for it.
Yeah, so it's 2 weeks later or something like that. It's like during the day. Posh has had like a decent amount of, they've recovered pretty well now that it's been a couple weeks, and so whether I think I went out for something and I've come back to see come back home and and Salia's there. And also it's kind of like Dad's gonna live there. Posh just kind of comes in now, doesn't knock anymore. Yeah, so Posh comes into the study or whatever, with a bag or some books. Posh went out to get some things or whatever, and comes in to see her doing whatever she's doing. And hello, dear.
Oh, Raja, yes. You returned.
Yep, got what I need to do. I've set up some appointments to talk to some people. Gonna have to have a few conversations with those that I've worked with.
You're
See how
doing
that
a
turns
very
out.
brave thing.
Yes, well, like I told Astrid, I want to do this as me. Speaking of, I guess, now that I'm kind of doing all right, I wanted to ask you something. I say do this. I say my plans and what I want to do, and I still want to
She
recover
stands
my
up and comes over and puts a hand on Raja's shoulder. Tell me.
what I want. I still want what I wanted before. I want to show this city who I am, show it what I can do, cast out those that don't deserve it, and take what's mine. But things are different since I first returned to Brightharbor.
Yeah, she gives the decided look up and down and nods with a smile.
I guess what I'm really trying to ask, what do you want?
That is not easily answered. Come with me, Raja. And so she leads you into a different study and pulls out a map, and she lays it out on the table. And it's like a map of Brightharbor and the surrounding area, going out probably 100 miles from the coast. And she traces, there's a line, it looks like a territory map, but with territories that don't make sense for current political situations. And she traces a line that cuts deeply into Brightharbor, and then out and around and into the ocean and back. And she taps it and she says, My family controlled this whole area. Slowly, Brightharbor has grown. And she like searches for a word for a moment before she finally is like, civilization has creeped into my territory. I'm here to take it back. I'm not the only Drake that lives on this island. And having a controlling interest in a city such as Brightharbor is beneficial politically. Your family, well, and she like runs her hand down the back of Raja's face and says, I'm sorry to say, while helping me, they were politically sabotaged by one of my rivals. There was nothing I could do at the time, not without sacrificing my own name and what I've worked for. But I felt guilty nonetheless.
Did they know? My parents?
I think they did. I won't say it was my fault. It was the decision of my rival to lash out at them, but I sent them what I could when you made it to Akaros. There was a reason you were so well attended at the Emperor's court. The Sahim name may mean nothing here, but there, it still meant something.
I guess we have I guess we really do have a lot of things in common.
I was worried you would not forgive me.
I'm not going to blame you for the way the game is played.
You've always understood.
I think Posh like leans over at the map. Is it marked? What's all marked on there? Is like what marked what she kind of has control over right now, or like
yeah, like there's the territory that she's indicated is hers, and there's like 5 other territories that are denoted on this map. It's not all of I can't think of the name. Aruvia.
Oh yeah.
It's not all of the Aruvian island. Like I said, but it's got like quite a bit of detail of the city, and then an excerpt away from that into the desert that it shows like these 5 territories, one of which is it's kind of small and a little bit thin. You realize it runs along the river canyon, like exactly. And then there's the other 4 that are broken up in various shapes and sizes. Salia's is not the largest, but it's like the second largest. And she has control of more of the city personally than any of the others. So even though it's less physical territory, it may be more political territory.
Sure, yeah. So I think like Posh like leans over, looks at the map, and like makes like a thinking face for a second, and then it like leans and like points to a spot and like, if what I've been reading about is true, this place might be vulnerable. We could hit there next.
Yeah, and I think she comes up right behind her and puts a hand on either side of her hips and leans over and like rests her shoulder onto Raja's shoulder. Or sorry, her chin on Raja's shoulder as she leans across directly next to her face and says, "You really do have an eye for this." Yeah.
Yep. Now kiss and fade.
And I think as they kiss, it like pans down to the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to a similar but different map. It says like 5 years later under the bottom of it, and then it's just like a dagger comes into frame and just like impales a point on the map. All right, you stupid sods. Someone wants to tell me what the plan is here, or have none of you been paying attention? And Astrid's like chewing out a bunch of like obviously thugs in like, but she's in like her mom's old office.
God rest her soul.
God rest mom's soul.
And then we pound the mom. She's actually on the beach chilling.
Yeah, she's just like hanging out somewhere. She went on vacation. So Astrid like cracks her knuckles. She like cracks her knuckle. It's like, I'm not having him make a move for my territory. It's not happening. You take care of it. I got another meeting. And who do we see walk in at this point?
You see TomCat stroll in, like you see like the guards like, "Where's your little kid in here? We need to stop this kid." And the kid
he's good. Let him in.
And the kid just and the guard just gets thrown like magically to the side.
Don't hurt my guard, you little shit.
Hey, respect your elders.
Fuck you. You're 4.
Whatever. I'm still in front of you.
Yeah. That's only because I'm not a demon. Now sit down.
Yeah, whatever. As I'm using the cat as a the cat like lowers her head, props me up on the chair, and it's like, yeah. You should have took the deal.
Yeah. I didn't want to take the goddamn deal because I'm nothing if I don't care for people. You get the best of both worlds. You get immortality. Well, you get painful deaths, and like, never mind. You don't get anything really good. You just don't get to die. Moving on. But nobody gets to die because death's broken. It's complicated.
Yeah, that's why I got drunk this time. It didn't hurt as much.
Fair enough. Look. So, one can work for Auntie Astrid.
Where's Orchid?
At home.
I think at this point you see TomCat for the last year have been like bouncing between each of their houses. Like, he spent some time over at Mercy's, then he spent some time over at Mr. Posh, and he like comes over here just like,
Hey, fuck you. Yeah, she just like turns and yells at a guard who's like snickering, and it's like, "Hey, Fog, fuck you, get out of here!" And I'm having a private meeting. Go. All right. Yeah, she's taking care of the little ones.
Okay. Well,
And by little ones, she means peppermint.
Of course.
and maybe
another
they have
animal
a
or
kid?
something. Like,
you
yes,
see
yeah.
my cat has that like snicker, like nods when you said the name Peppermint.
Look, so you want to come back? You want to get back in the game?
Of course, I want to get back in the game. It's boring.
School sucks.
I don't go to school. They
All
try to
right.
make me go to school, but I was like, they try to make me go to school now. And
Does
now,
your mom and dad know you're here?
they don't need to know shit.
Okay, we're gonna need to have a conversation about that.
I left them a
Really?
pile of money. They should be fine.
You're the worst son I could possibly. Okay, fine, but you're a good gangster.
That's right. I'm the best. What I do. What I do is blow minds. Literally.
All right, fine. I got an old friend stepping on my territory.
Did you say vampires?
No, your favorite food.
I'll take the job.
Good. She like tosses him a sack of money.
No, you see me like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Buy shit.
I guess I could use a new dress.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Tom.
You know.
Bed's downstairs if you need it.
Oh yeah, by my name. My name's Samantha now. Bye.
Wait, it doesn't have start with an A. What's going on?
What is this?
Well, they were all guy names before. Okay, Alicia. There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay.
See ya, Alicia.
Jeez.
I was gonna say see you, Sam, but they're just like see you, Tom. Get out of here.
Middle name Sam. First name Alicia.
Okay,
See you, Sam.
there we go.
And-
I was gonna say, what the hell? My headcanon is ruined.
The head canon's for. Okay, yeah, you have a good point. I was gonna just go with.
So I think we see it we see Astrid go home. Like after that, like go home like to like her house that she now has.
Mhm.
It's like fairly nice. Like you know, kiss they, like pet peppermint or whatever. And then like send like a letter or something and invite Posh over for tea. I
Awesome.
want to see what Posh looks like now. And Astrid totally has gray hair now and is just like rocking it.
Wait a
Awesome.
minute,
Like,
y'all had a tea party and it.
You're off going and killing someone. Have fun.
I already killed the person. That was the easy part. You see me like with a little bit of blood. It's like I guess I need, and I show up at tea party like, "What's up, bitches?"
You probably get there before I do.
I get there afterwards because I have to do the mission first.
Yeah.
Or well,
So what is-
I assume it's like a while later. Like the tea is not like show
yeah.
up in 10
It's like
minutes.
it's like a couple days later. But
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm using.
Do you? And I'm guessing you come. I don't know if you come alone or with Salia, but
I think alone.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I think
come with Mercy. I come with Mercy because you know that's my go-to. Like, I didn't want to be by myself. The cat kind of technically is part of my soul.
Yeah, so you get like a knock on your door.
Open store.
So yeah, I think Posh is wearing like a pretty nice dress. Her hair is still in like the I think it's like a longer like kind
Version of like the undercut.
yeah, like a longer version of that. Her hair's just grown like a little bit, but it's still kind of like the side shape thing, like that whole thing going on. Yeah, and she's got like a pretty nice, a fairly nice dress on. It's still very like, I think she's adapted, so kind of adapted Salia's style a little bit. Where it's like it's a dress, but also if Salia needed to like run or do something, she totally could. And so yeah, like so she like knocks on the door, like comes inside.
Not dissimilar to the clothes that Astrid has worn her entire life. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. And before we get into our scene, Pian has arrived, so we can bring them in. So they can actually do something this episode. So we will be right back in like just a few seconds. We're just gonna bring Pian in, get the cans fixed, and then we'll pop right back in. So see you in just a second. I'll put the music on so you don't have total silence. Hey, we're back. We have a Pian.
Yay!
Yay! So I think it's gonna be a lot of stuff, but quick catch up. TomCat fixed my soul and died.
Astrid met a vision of her dad and her brother, who is Londis, like we've thought for a long time. And Astrid was like, "Nope, fuck that. I'm gonna be a thief."
Wait till my Lana's dead now, because that was my job.
Yeah, well, TomCat killed Londis at some point.
Posh being a woman is now a known thing. So you know that as a thing now. And it's 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to have a tea party.
In our house.
So
It made much more sense if you would have been here.
So Posh knocks on the door.
Yeah, like Astrid, gray hair to Astrid with like the little. I imagine Astrid has like the skunk line, right?
Cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just like a one like stripe. Just like opens the door. It's like, hey, Poshy love.
Hello. And then it comes in like hug. And then where's Vay?
Honey.
Vay comes downstairs. Still not great clothes. Just like whatever clothes. Pretty much looking like, honestly, yeah, pretty much looking the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Like Astrid has like grown up. You're
That's
just,
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. Posh's name is Raja, by the way. That's her actual name. So yeah, Posh is wearing like I said before, she's kind of adopted Salia's style with like it's a dress, but it's also like I can move around and do shit if I need to dress. Her hair is kind of like a longer version of the undercut thing she had before. And of course she has the cane because she always has that.
I really want to see the fan art of old us and 4-year-old TomCat.
That'd be great. Oh my god, that'd be great. I should totally do that.
That'd be our final.
Vay has like physically aged.
Yeah. That'd be pretty great. Yeah, that's.
Are you still like dripping in guns? Just all the time.
Probably.
Obviously.
You come down like scrubbing out a shotgun or something.
Honey, we've talked. No guns at the dinner table, please.
I mean, you never know what could happen.
Points to knives. I know. Fine, just.
It's true. It's true. You could have some terrifying monsters show up. By the way, where is TomCat?
That little shit. He went and killed my brother today. Anyway,
Maybe,
or
like,
tried to. He's probably
knock on
dead.
the
I'm
door.
not sure.
You see a knock on the door. There's a knock on the door. Like
Come in, you little shit.
You see like Mercy open the door up, and you see like there's blood on my skirt, on like my little tea party skirt, and it's like,
Hi, Sam.
job done, bitches. Haha. Your brother was delicious.
Good. Things you never expected your uncle, who's 4 years old and a girl, to say.
That's.
Don't think
It's-
about it.
How are
It's still
things?
weird, isn't it?
How are things, TomCat?
I'm alive, so what can I tell you?
I mean, death's like a
I'm not
like a
hungry right
pause
now.
button now. So
I'm not hungry right now, so it's just a little full.
There's that.
You put up a fight. Put up a
I
hell of a
figured.
fight. But
So T.
he,
I don't really want to talk about work. Unless, of course, you have a job for me.
Well, I wasn't going to get to that right away, but
you see me rubbing my hands like,
Tea first.
all right.
Like Astrid pours the tea and we like sit down. And does Vay want to do anything before the like Smooth Criminals music plays and we like fade out? Unless someone else wants like post-mortem scenes.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good like actual end, and then if we want to do anything else, we totally can. Yeah. Do we want to see the thing that you said you want Vay to do?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
are we,
flashback to murdering your parents.
are we gonna do a flashback to Murray? I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay,
why
cool.
not?
And we're
Because
kind
it was definitely when they showed up. Because it was definitely when they showed up to like be
Uh-huh.
like, "Yo, we fucking found you,"
we found you.
and
Mhm,
she's
mhm.
just like, "I can't handle this" because she's unstable and
Yep.
she's dramatically unstable. So she just fucking like murdered them.
Why do I imagine it's just like two people walk up to the door that look like vaguely like a man and a woman, like knock on the door, and then the door just gets like blown out by a shotgun blast, and that's the whole scene. And it's like, how have you been, Vay? Tunk tunk tunk, boom, and that's the scene.
I like it actually. I would be down with that.
Like you knew about it beforehand or something, so you're just fucking ready.
Boom, boom, and then like a bunch more shotgun blasts.
Just so
go
many
through the hole
bullets.
in the door.
And also, I decided to name my tiger Django.
Nice.
Django.
And you see Django walk by Peppermint and nods.
Just a ton of bullets, and then just like a cleanup crew shows up and starts to pick up the crime scene.
Yeah. It's like we throw him in the hagfish farm. Totally.
Amazing.
Perfect.
And that's Smooth Criminals, everybody.
Yeah. That was real good.
That ended about as well as I wanted it.
Uh-huh.
I like it. It's like, come in, you little shit. What's up, bitches?
I have a feeling we kind of hacked Blades to give everybody like a vaguely happy ending.
I think we had enough coin to really.
Like any of us could have reasonably retired.
Yeah, totally. That's
Astrid
like...
probably would have been the worst off of anyone, but I had a sugar mama, so it's okay.
I think I will just piggyback off your houses and be like, hey.
TomCat just roams around.
And TomCat's like, I need to buy this thing. They don't sell this stuff to a 4-year-old.
Okay, I'm gonna buy you a fucking sword.
I already got my swords as I kind of point to the wall with the.
I need whiskey.
Swords.
I don't know why
Oh.
they just never sell stuff to 4-year-olds. It's
Like
weird.
they don't sell Leviathan blood to 4-year-old.
Because you're a 4-year-old. Fuck off.
Awesome. Well,
there's like a slice of life anime that happens after this show. It's amazing. I just want to point that out.
In between, like the Chobit minis, like the in between episodes, like that's when the actual mission happened. They don't care about that part. They care about the downtime stuff.
I mean, that's been true of this entire campaign.
Yep.
Yes. Good job, team.
Yeah, awesome. So, yeah, I guess if we're done with like our post where are they now figuring things out scenes, let's talk about Blades as a game.
It's a roller coaster of a ride.
Yeah, I really like Blades a lot.
I like Blades. I feel like we reached the point mechanically where we were at the top of the mechanical curve, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
There's that. We were also not targeting things very much above us. We were very careful like the entire game.
Well, we're a stealth thing. We're not supposed to be seen.
Right. Well, just like we never targeted it's not like we were.
We never went after the city mint.
Right. Yeah. We
anything
we were like tier 3 and below like of our targets and stuff. We were never like, hey, let's go after the Lord Skurlock of Brightharbor or anything like that. Like.
I mean, it didn't ever feel like that was a thing we wanted to do, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
And
it felt like we were much more interested in having relatively simple scores and dealing with one another in downtime. Felt like
totally
kind of what we were having fun with, which is a totally legitimate way to play Blades.
Absolutely.
And I was going to say that's the beauty of Blades is that it really supports that if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do, as well as supporting just ignoring downtime and going mission.
Yeah. Like we could like. You can frame it however you want. Like we spent a lot of time in downtime, like doing a lot of like scenes and a lot of free play stuff. But like we could have just been like, yeah, I indulge my vice and I gather info. Done.
Like I would love to at some like I think if I'm gonna go back and be a player, I'm different story with running Blades, but being a player in Blades, like I would definitely want to play like one of the like social focused.
Not espionage.
Yeah, I'd want to play a slide probably.
That face.
I want to play a slide.
I think
I'd
if
want to go back.
Oh, sorry.
I'd want to go back and play a slide and I'd want to talk the crew into doing like breakers or something absurd like that.
Yeah.
like
Mafia style.
yeah, or like hawkers and just being like thugs, like not being like thieves and sneaky and like spies, but just being like we're
always
I want to
at
play
war.
Narcos.
Uh-huh.
No, I want to play Narcos next time.
Yeah, yeah.
We're always at war.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I really want to. I want to try the Assassin's Crew sometime, just because I would like to have like not having like we're gonna rule the city goals, but just like no, we're assassins. We get hired to kill people. That's our jam. Like, and you just take a bunch of like kill this person jobs, because that would be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I would be fine with that too. If I was gonna, I think, again, I think I'd want to either just be like a bruiser or play one of the more social playbooks.
Yeah.
I can't lie, the cultist one would get very dark really quick.
Yeah.
I don't really want to play. I don't really have very much desire to ever play a cult in this game.
Well, here's the thing. One of your abilities is you take 3 off the stress for every person you sacrifice, and I'm like, well, that's dark as.
That is really dark.
I ran a game of a cult,
That probably got
and
dark
it
as hell.
started out weird, and it just got weirder.
Like I part of me has no desire to do that. Like I thought it was more interesting that we had everybody kind of dabbling into the supernatural than that being our entire jam.
Yeah. We did get pretty heavy on it, but it was still kind of like a
We were
tool.
all outsiders to it, right?
Well, it was one of those things that we shouldn't be here, but we're here.
Yeah, it was a
We're
tool that
killing-
we ended up like, hey, this is a tool we have. Hey, this tool is actually really cool. Let's use it more.
Hey, this
kind of stuff. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I mean, part of the reason I like Blades is that magic is not behind a wall, right? Like exploring the magical nature of the world is the only wall to it is your advance.
Yeah, you can still attune. Even if you don't have anything in attune, you can still be like, I'm gonna try to do something weird with this demon blood or whatever.
Like, and that's one complaint I have about games that are very much like, this is magic, this is not, right? It's not as much.
I like it because you don't have to have magic to fix a magic problem. You don't have to have social to fix a social problem.
Yeah.
A brute to fix a
Yep.
I mean, liberal application of lead can easily solve all your problems.
Yep. Yeah.
You'll just get a lot of heat.
Well, I just like.
That's the counter hog theory of Blades.
Hey, there ain't no problem on God's green earth that cannot be addressed with the liberal application of lead.
Yep. Doesn't matter if you're a ghost shark, as long as I got a bullet and I put some ectoplasm in it.
Yeah. If you want to go watch just a bunch of crazy, violent Blades characters, go watch the Bloodletters, because
Yo, and that is one thing. We only killed 2 people the entire game, all 19 episodes.
And wasn't I the person who killed both those
I'm
people?
pretty sure
Yeah.
You were the person that killed both those people in the first episode.
In the first-
I technically killed myself, so.
Doesn't count. Like I would, really. That's all we ever did. We only killed 2 people.
Because our first episode we were like, okay, so you killed people, so that's
we
like
got really scared. Yeah, we like killed people right off the bat. We were like, ha 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 ha.
yeah, because it was like, okay, so that's immediately extra heat, and it's like, oh shit, we have like 9 heat right off the bat. We should not kill anybody else.
Well, like, I mean, did Posh ever end up actually getting hurt?
I didn't. I never got hurt, and I never took a trauma.
Because I did my job when that thing.
Like I
was like, no.
I mean, the only reason Astrid ever got a trauma was because I made her get a trauma, and I like intentionally resisted harm.
That is actually a thing. Like, trauma sounds bad, but as I've been listening to actual play recently, and Strash was like, so trauma is actually like the secret like hush hush hack to like burning through XP.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have like a trauma, you can just milk that for some XP every session.
I mean, that's what I did until
Totally.
XP stopped mattering to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like until I got all the advances I needed, and I was just like, all right, whatever. I'll play my trauma when it's interesting.
Yeah.
And see, that's the beautiful thing about the trauma system is that you can milk it for XP whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But also, since you can never get more than 2 XP off that trigger per session, it stops it from overriding the entire game, but also means that you can step back and not play up a trauma and still
It doesn't hamstring you.
Yeah.
have it matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember playing the original version. Me and Henry would just sit there, and our teammates only get like 3 points a game, and we're like, we just leveled up twice. It's like, well, because we, even though Henley and me sometimes bump heads, it was fun.
Mhm.
Me, like one thing about Blades. Blades, Kelsa, would you say Blades is like a narrative focused game?
Absolutely.
It feels like it is not hard. Like the game, like the design into how to like build a really optimal character is not hard to follow. That's definitely one thing I noticed is it's like, okay, these are the things you do to get this type of archetype to where you usually don't have to worry about failing a roll.
Well, and then like you do better at the game by being good at fictionally positioning yourself in good good ways. Because like you can be like you can not care and just do shit like, hey, I want to do this. Like, okay, well that's gonna be pretty desperate. But like we were very good at being like, okay, well we want to do this and get this thing beforehand, so we're gonna be either at least risky or hopefully controlled.
Some of us, part of that's because we're all like fictional position power gamers.
Well, I like the trap thing. I was like, what is the coolest thing I could do? To get rid of these
There's
traps?
that, yeah.
I'm gonna lick the hell out of these trap by using a tune because that looks cool as hell.
I
And I
mean-
end up having that magical hairball.
I mean, like we did that. I did that too, right? I was just like, you forget me, right? Like there are times when you're like, I feel like being a badass. I'm just gonna describe this desperate action, and I'm gonna be a badass, and I'm gonna get XP for it. But but you can also very much be like slow and methodical and avoid extreme risk for the most part, unless things go wrong, which is sort of up to chance. The game feels much more lethal. Is not the right word.
No, yeah, that's the cool thing.
Levels, at early levels, like before you get a bunch of advances and have a bunch of dice and stuff. I feel like it's a lot easier to get in like really shitty situations.
Yeah, but that's what I like about, because I'm in the camp of like most of the time, unless it's very narratively like impactful, dying is one of the least interesting things that can happen to me. I'm in that camp, so like I would rather be like I would rather get a trauma or like have something taken away from me that I have to earn back, or like I lose an arm and I have to figure out how to live with only one arm or whatever, like then just be like, oh well, the dice didn't like you today, so now you're dead. Like if it's like in a giant battle against my rival that we've been building up to for like 10 episodes, then sure, I can die because that would be cool. But like, yeah, like 2 episodes in and just like, oh, you rolled a 1, so you're dead now. Like that's really boring to me.
Yeah, it's that kobold just happened to crit their knife, right?
Right, exactly. That's like
The
super
other
like
great thing about Blades is if you die, that's not the end. You can
You
keep
can
playing
be a
that
ghost.
character as a ghost.
You can be a ghost, you can become a vampire, you can become a
well, yeah, you can become a
You
ghost.
can start off as a ghost,
And then, yeah.
from there you can become a vampire or a hull.
Yeah, or you get put into a
I'm gonna say
robot
the
body.
The mech thing sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, being
I
like a clockwork
like-
whole thing. Yeah.
I definitely like Blades. I love the die system. I do think it does a couple of things really interestingly, and this is just general like game design stuff. Like one thing I'm learning is giving your PCs to a reason to like work together
Yeah.
is really important, and the crew does that so well.
Having a sheet for your group is freaking awesome. I love that so much.
It does make
For
it so
sure.
that it does create some issues. Like they're mostly avoidable, but it does create some issues that sometimes it feels like if you're not doing missions or if you're taking a long time with downtime, like you're hurting the rest of the party. If that makes any sense.
I guess
Maybe that's just my perception of it a little
well,
bit.
that's just kind of how we ended up wanting to focus our stuff because we were very character driven.
Mhm.
We focused a lot on our stuff and what we were wanting to do, and like like almost like we said earlier, the scores were almost like we do scores and like we have fun with those, but like predominantly we want to focus on downtime stuff and like what our characters are doing with what they've gotten from those scores. So like I don't know if it was necessarily hurting us by like having a lot of long downtime scenes. I guess occasionally it can, but I guess it depends on what you want out of your game.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
we could, we could
I
have
will
very
say
well.
this: if I wanted to make a Darkest Dungeon hack, I'd do it in Blades.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I do it in Blades, and your gang playbook would just be your Hamlet.
Yeah. Blades Against Darkness is roughly a Darkest Dungeon thing.
So excited, Tux.
Blades Against Darkness is roughly that with some weird magical techie stuff thrown in.
That's gonna be fun.
That's what's really great about this too. Like, the system is very hackable because the system, if you rip out the setting stuff, is just the system. Like
the system is basically playbooks from Apocalypse World,
a crew sheet,
and then the die system, and that's the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's sort of like, I mean, it's just like Apocalypse World, where the Apocalypse engine is playbooks, 2d6 plus X.
Yeah, which is great because it makes it like, oh, I can take this and make a medieval fantasy thing, or
make a game about shamans. It can be set anywhere.
Right, exactly.
Make a game about elemental monks fighting each other,
which is super cool.
Which I can't wait till we play some Villainy Scum.
Yeah, I think that's a good
segue.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing next, now that Smooth Criminals is over, is transitioning to since we're talking about hacks, a hack of Blades in the Dark called Scum and Villainy. It is made by, and I don't know if I'm able to say his last name because I'm bad at names, but
Sean Netters, right?
No, it's made by Strash. Strash Ashimovic. I believe is his last name. He is Strauss A on Twitter. I'll put a link in the chat.
He has some really good stuff about game design.
Oh yeah, amazing, great at game design, and
I mean,
lots of really good insights on shit.
Everyone who was part of the Blades in the Dark Kickstarter is amazing at game design. So like,
yeah, Scum and Villainy was I forget if it was a stretch goal or it was going to be in anyways, but yeah, it came from the Kickstarter where it was basically a lot of like all of my game design friends are going to make hacks of it. And the hack that Strauss was making is called Scum and Villainy, which is basically space opera. So think Star Wars, think Guardians of the Galaxy, think Firefly, think Serenity, think Cowboy Bebop, think Outlaw Star. What are some other what can you think of any like books or comics or something that might fit it too?
Starflight, the Starfall franchise.
Starfall, okay.
I'm just looking at my shelf right now.
Novacore might be. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy, either the movie or
there's a little bit of like Dubs Rising and stuff like that going on in it.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, either the comics or the movie very specifically, and some of the comics.
Adam Strange.
Vaguely, well, it's a little fantasy-ish, but Saga a tiny bit.
I can definitely see how it's Saga.
Yeah, like you pull out some of the fantasy stuff from Saga, and it's pretty space opera-y.
Space opera is stuff like space opera is technically like Star Wars.
No, yeah. Basically, it's like vaguely with like there's some fantasy elements, but there's like it's very big. It's very like there's a whole sector and there's a bunch of stuff going on, and like it's vaguely. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but
Flash Gordon.
I don't know if anyone else gets this, but I get a lot of like Western almost themes and settings.
I mean, there's a lot of.
We're about to be bounty hunters, so.
I forget what book did that, but there was some. Yes.
Yeah, like I get vaguely like almost a lot of Western themes when I think of like space because it's
That's
set in,
often the case.
it's set in space and there's like there's spaceships and lasers and robots.
There's
and
like
stuff.
there's like this kind of greasy, like Frontier, dusty vibe to
Yeah,
it.
it's like gritty almost.
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
stuff
mhm.
doesn't always work right, or like it's techie but not like so techie because like there's still a lot of like I'm gonna fix this door by like punching it and moving these wires together and then boom it's fixed or like
There's not the what's it called, the like
it's not clean sci-fi, it's dirty sci-fi.
it's not Star Trek.
Right, exactly.
Basically, don't forget 70% of your planets are barren wastelands. That's usually have sand.
Yeah, every planet is one biome.
Or like
Oh, yeah,
Doom
for
and
sure.
Starship Troopers too.
Yep. Hmm.
Doom and Starship Troopers.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Mass
gonna be
Effect
our
is a space
Mass
opera.
Effect.
yeah Mass Effect totally. That's a good one too.
I love me some
Uh,
Mass Effect, man.
Actually, something I want to play to get back into like the sci-fi thing is Rebel Galaxy, also, which is a really good like
I guess the new
spacey
Battlefront game,
game.
if you're
Um,
kind of bored.
but yeah, so that's a lot of the touchstones for Scum and Villainy, and
Eve
so
Online.
we're gonna be moving to that. So it'll still be Blades. Well, yeah, the Blades system is still intact, but there's some changes for Scum and Villainy, and then it's gonna be like a space opera thing. The other big change is I'm going to be GMing it.
What?
It's gonna
Crazy.
be amazing.
It's crazy.
Yep. So I'll be running it. Kelso will be playing, and we're gonna be keeping the same group. So I believe time and stuff. We'll kind of get all the details set, but once we get everything figured out. But yeah. So basically, moving to Scum and Villainy, I will be GMing it.
Michael will be playing an equally hopefully less trash character, but no promises.
Yeah.
My character is gonna be a saint.
So now, since we have a few minutes, do we want to? We don't have to like think about character stuff. We don't have to like build the ship or anything. But
Yeah,
do
let's
we
talk about.
do we want to try and get a name together so we can like have a thing to move forward on?
I got a list.
Cool. So something I brought up was a lot of times the show is named after the name of the ship. It doesn't have to be that way. I really like that. Like Serenity or Swan Song or all that stuff where it's just like the name of the ship because it's very much about the ship and stuff the ship does. And usually the name and because also usually the names of ships are also like weird
Guys,
metaphors or
I
vaguely.
have an idea. So you know how we went with like the smooth criminals, like music, like ha ha ha.
Yeah, yeah.
What if we call our ship the Space Odyssey
Uh,
and go with that whole music? But we don't have to. Just
we switch from Michael Jackson stuff to David Bowie stuff.
exactly.
That'd be pretty great.
I mean, the
I
Odyssey. I
think
mean, the
now.
Odyssey wouldn't be a bad name.
The
for
Odyssey's a
ship.
decent name, yeah.
The
Yeah,
Odyssey. I prefer.
Okay.
I personally prefer the Aeneid, but that's just me.
I have one.
Oh
the
yeah,
Savant.
the Savant.
Yeah.
That's a.
I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to open Spotify. Go to David Bowie.
David Bowie. I mean, if we wanna do this, give me a second. I'm gonna go back to my old naming convention.
Crystal Palace.
Oh, David Bowie.
Pretty good.
Magic cards. How I name literally everything in a role-playing game. You guys keep going.
Let's
I
see.
kind of came up with a name for my character.
That's not important.
I got the picture. I already got the picture of how he looked.
Is it like a best of David Bowie?
Dawnbringer.
That's a pretty good one.
Dawnbringer.
Twilight.
Play to find out. Ascension.
Some of some of the ones from Labyrinth are pretty good. Magic Dance,
Magic.
Hallucination.
Yes, Magic Dance. That's it
I
right there.
kind of really like Magic Dance.
Doorway to Heaven. Purple Haze.
Oh, Rusty.
Star Platinum.
What do you guys think of Magic Dance?
I'd be down.
I am
God
personally,
damn it.
I'd be down.
I am
That's how I
personally
feel. God damn
in
it.
favor of
Which
Magic
doesn't
Dance.
sound like you're against it.
I'm not.
Magic Dance.
I fucking
I-
love it.
Play to find
out Magic
Dancer.
Dance. Magic Dance. I just like Magic Dance.
Magic Dance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. I fucking love it. And we'll have like the cool, because then I could even have our overlays have some it'll be spacey, because I'm thinking of having a ship exterior or something like that for the overlays, but then we can also have them throw in some weird color and stuff to if there's gonna be a weird Bowie vibe in there.
Yeah, some pinks and greens.
Yeah,
And shit.
I love. Oh my god, I fucking love it. Sweet. Well, I'm gonna change the name of our Discord group to match.
Magic
I was really hoping to get a
Dance.
name something else about something else with magic cards again.
It's got magic in the name.
Here.
Oh,
You
man.
be walking the port. What's the name of your ship? Magic Dance.
Magic Dance.
Don't ask question, please.
HMS Magic Dance.
Oh, fucking yes. Cool.
So
Awesome. So now we have a name for the ship and a name for the show. Thank
Do
you
you want
guys.
to talk about what playbook we want to, what ship book we want to play? Because I think that'll influence what characters we bring, what character concepts.
We still have a few minutes, so if you guys want to, or if we want to officially call it, we can. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you want to talk about the ship for a little bit?
I haven't looked through it too much, so I don't have.
I wanted to be the
Yeah,
Bounty ships.
There's basically there's smuggler, bounty hunter, and kind of freedom fighter.
I kind of want to do a bodyguard, bounty hunter thing because it's like Space Frontier Cowboys.
So it's very similar. It basically in Scum and Villainy, your ship is your crew. It's exactly like the crew sheet from Blade. So your ship has upgrades for it. You can get different systems and stuff. There's abilities you can take for the ship that will help you and help the ship and do what you do. And then also your ship will earn XP. So depending on what ship you take, we'll say if you take the smuggler one, it's you earn XP whenever you complete a successful smuggle run or steal something or something. I forget what exactly they are, but bounty hunter one is a successful extraction or a successful redeem a successful bounty. The freedom fighters rebels one is whenever you successfully deal damage to the Imperial hegemony. So again, it's kind of you can obviously do other stuff, but you earn XP for these things, and also you can do other stuff within that. So for example, Dom and I were looking at the bounty hunter one a couple days ago, where it was you can still be the bounty could be there's a notorious hacker who's wreaking havoc on the space system. Deal with their hacks and bring them in. So you can still do a bunch of other stuff, but you're still capturing a bounty kind of. So it's not yeah.
I am sort of interested in being not a shitty person.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be a shitty person because it's me
you can
playing a character.
A bounty hunter can be a good person.
Hey, I'm interested in the Stitch. If I can fix y'all when y'all get broken, put y'all back together, and also keep our target alive if she gets too many holes.
Yeah.
I mean, just because bounty hunter does not implicitly mean works for the government, right?
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
You're legal, but it's not you only do
Legal bounty. Could we say take a bounty from a resistance movement or something?
absolutely.
Bounty is to get the rich person's pet.
Yeah, a bounty counts as being paid to either bring someone in or take care of somebody or whatever. You can take legal ones or you can take illegal ones. And also and illegal in Blades there's also the inherent your scoundrels, you're bad people doing bad things. In Scum and Villainy, since it's space opera, you're doing things that are probably illegal, or you can also do legal things, but you're doing things that you toe the line in the gray grayness of black and white.
You're
evil,
less than
good.
legal, but more than a criminal.
Yeah, exactly. You're not inherently a bad person. You can be a good person. Like
There's
Star
not
Wars,
a law against this yet.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like Star Wars, like they did some not
I mean,
legal
the
stuff,
rebels
but
were terrorists.
right, the rebels were terrorists, but you still rooted for them because they are the protagonists. Like,
I'm down
because they're trying to take down the thing or whatever. Like, you're not inherently a terrible person. You can be a bad person, but you can also be a good person that's like doing less than legal things.
I just don't want to be the scumbag.
Totally, yeah.
This time round. I'm okay with being less than nice people.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to have like actual malice going
You
on.
want to have you want to be the second worst person in the party. Cause we already know who's gonna be the worst person in this party. Okay, you, Kelso.
Me? Why do you think I would be the worst?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you guys. Something happened on something on Twitter.
Because you're probably going to be our spokesperson, and I already know there's going to be lies all over the place.
I mean, I am planning. I can tell you right now. I want to play the pilot.
Top
So
Gun!
Journey. I want to be like a human pilot, and I kind of just want to be like a spacer my whole life, and that's what I want to play.
Awesome. Well, so yeah, it sounds like we still want to do a little bit of discussion on what we're gonna do for the ship and stuff. So we can leave that because we still have a few weeks. Next week, Kelsa's gonna be at Go Play. So we still have a little while before we actually do before we get into it. So we can still talk about that. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. We still have our other shows going on. For example, we have in an hour we're gonna have The Perimeter. On Wednesday nights, we
check
have
it out. It was
Longfall.
great.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
Yes, Farg. I will probably try another voice.
But yeah, thank you so much for going along this game with us and enjoying it. Hopefully we provided some entertainment and gave a pretty good, not the way to play Blades, but like a way to play Blades. A good example of the Shadows playbook.
Blades
at least
is kind of what you make it.
Totally, yeah. And that's what's pretty great about it. We played Blades right, but we didn't play it the same way everyone else played it, which is awesome.
Here's something to think about just before we sign off. You can totally play the Shadows as like terrorists because of sabotage. Like we could have gone the route of, okay, Posh, you want to fuck up the city? Let's fuck up the city.
Totally, yeah.
And we could have just done that. We could have gotten coups of heat and murdered everyone.
We did a lot of thieving and espionage stuff, but like we could have done a bunch of sabotage things. And
we definitely thought about blowing up a train.
That was part of it. We're like, I don't know if we want to do that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
This sounds fun, but this doesn't sound like us.
Yeah. So awesome. Yeah, thank you again, everybody, for watching and coming along with this with us. PN, MTO, and Dom, thank you guys for being my fellow crew and playing. We had a lot of fun. Our characters bickered, but it was good bickering.
No, it was the fun bickering.
Right, exactly. It was good bickering. Like we had a lot of stuff. Well, we had to earn that XP for inner conflict every single episode.
I mean,
it's the best XP on the whole sheet.
Yeah.
Tux is one of the most fun people to bicker with in character because Tux is very good at doing body language for what his characters are feeling, and so you'll just get the
I think
sometimes where he's just like, okay, are you done now? And there's me that's like, is he like, I don't know.
Is he actually upset with me, or is he just being posh?
I'm just gonna keep going. Okay?
Yeah, there's when I'm into it, I'm into it.
Yes.
So yeah, once again, thank you guys for playing along, going along with Blades and going on this journey. Kelsa, thank you so much for running this and being our amazing GM.
Putting up with our insanity.
Yeah.
I am glad that you've had a good time.
I'm glad you were able to do this to kind of show us, because this was my first actual campaign of Blades. I did a bunch of one shots, and then this is my first like actual real campaign. So I'm very, very thankful that you were able to take us along on this. And I also love that this show started very randomly because we were just hanging out or something, and it was just like, I want to run blades. Wait, you want to run blades? Let's talk.
Yeah,
And then
I
it just
think
kind of
you guys are-
happened.
I think I was talking to Arthur. It's like, Arthur, why don't you run a Blades game? Kelsey's like, hey, I like Blades, and I'm like, hey, I like Blades. And then, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how everyone got involved in this show because I definitely heard you guys talking about Blades while I was
Yeah.
on. I was still on Burning Crowns at the time, and I was like, "Oh my god, Blades in the Dark sounds amazing!"
Yeah.
And then my
It
work
is fun.
schedule changed, so I couldn't be on Burning Crowns, and I was like, "Blades in the Dark, baby!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a lot. All of us were just kind of like, that sounds. Wait, what is this? Blades of the Dark. That sounds pretty cool.
Let's
And
do
then we
it.
all just kind of, yeah, it just kind of formed out of a thing.
I
And
feel like that's how most of your shows have happened at this point.
yeah.
It's good. It means you actually want to play them.
Yeah, it's pretty
Right?
great. But yeah, and I thank you everybody again just for being a part of the Smooth Criminals. And yeah, I think we're gonna do our final shout outs for the show. PN, how about you start us off?
Hi guys, I'm Pian. I do 2 shows on the internet now. I have one on Wednesdays here, Longfall, great show, check it out. And then I have one on Thursdays at twitch.tv/Henley. It's a Numenera game. It's pretty fun. Check it out. That's me right now. That's all I got. I might start streaming soon, but that's another thing for a later date.
Hey, are you gonna resurrect Dating Sim Saturday?
We're gonna be able to do that very easily very soon.
Yes.
I hear a thing happening. I'll learn more about when we get off the call. My friends aren't telling me shit.
Yeah, and I think next Thursday we're actually going to be playing Yonder because we've missed it for the past like 3 weeks. Because Wreckage has been very Wreckage got a lot of like, it hasn't been like I don't want to play. It's been Wreckage had a lot of like IRL stuff going on. It hasn't been anything bad or anything at all. It's just been moving and then a bunch of stuff. So I think next week Wreckage is actually going to be good to go. So we're going to be able to do our thing on the Sun because we're on the Sun, which is a whole.
God, I need to read Numenera.
It's
okay.
it's pretty crazy. We're on the Sun. It's even better because I worship the Sun. So it's like, hey, you want to meet your god? They're right over there.
What?
Yep. So I'm standing on top of my god, which is a thing.
Hey, go
Hey.
for it. Hey,
Yeah.
every once in a while, you just gotta stand on top of God's back and just be above him for a couple seconds.
You know, the sun, which gives us life, and also I've taken to mean a lot of different things. Nye's weird. Nye's weird.
Numenera is weird.
Yeah, Numenera is weird. But yeah,
True
awesome.
facts.
Michael, how about you? How about you do your thing?
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Owen. I am the founder and lead game designer for SwiftKite Design, where I designed a game called The Circle. It is about magic and shamans and having abilities endowed by forces outside of yourself that you don't fully understand. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can follow me on Twitter and check my pinned tweet to get to the SwiftKite Discord, where all games I have ever made and released are available for free as of right now. That's probably going to be changing in the future, so get in while you can. I had a lot of fun with Blades in the Dark. Astrid is still my Discord icon. Good old chibi Astrid that Aerocyto did all those years ago, months ago. This has been hands down, one of my favorite streams I've ever been on. Thank you all for having me. And if you want to see me do more streaming stuff, you can check out the VODs for Play to Find Out the Circle, which was where we play tested my game. You can also check out Longfall, which I wrote the setting for along with Tux and the rest of the players, and I GM, and take our merry band of misfits and cops through the crazy city of Okewando in the sky.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Kelsa, how about you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. You can find me on the internet on Twitter. I'm at Kelsa. Here on Twitch and YouTube, it's Kelsa Delphi. I am in currently 5 shows a week, 3 on Saturday and 2 on Wednesday. Before this time slot at 10 a.m. Pacific, I play Love and Banterville, which is a GM-less game using Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and it's going places. Obviously, I'm right here for this, which will soon be Scum and Villainy, which will be fun. After that, at 5 p.m. my time, 5 hours or 1 hour from now, I can do math. I will be over on twitch.tv/abgamingreal. Normally, we are playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, The Winter's Edge, but instead, we're going to be doing a one-shot of Stars Without Number using the Sons of Gold Merchant Trader expansion. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm very interested to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Wednesdays in the mornings, I play Burning Wheel. We play a game called The Burning Wind, which is set in Patrick Rothfuss's Kingkiller Chronicle series, that world. We all attend a magical university, and it's pretty cool. And then, of course, I also come back at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays for Longfall, where I am an adorable owl cat cop that has a sad home life.
And a boyfriend.
But maybe a boyfriend. So, it to help her get over the fact that Neely murdered her mom. So,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. One of Naylee's moms is going to get murdered next episode, so it's fine.
No.
We're supposed
You guys
to
better
fix that.
stop it.
I mean, we need to have an episode. So,
Yeah. Well,
thinking of which, normally we do Longfall, but instead, this week we're going to be doing a one-shot of The Circle over on my channel.
Awesome.
While Tux is busy doing Tux things.
Yeah, featuring Eric, Dark Lavender Void, and Drummer Boy.
Very
Yep.
cool.
Very
Come
exciting.
check us out.
Awesome. And Smooth Mage, Dom, how about you?
Hey, my name is Smooth Mage. I go by Dom. I'm in 2 games. I play Pony Fighter on Tuesday with my friend David Silva. He's the creator of that game. Makes a lot of bread off of it because people like ponies and D&D and Pathfinder. Right now, I'm currently Amuro, the White Knight, King of Hearts, Befriender of Dragons, Slayer of Giants. The title just keeps going on and on. I'm a lawful good barbarian with some level of fighters. My crew just sighs every time I talk because I'm like, don't worry, guys. The banner does say Amuro, friends. And shenanigans like that. And I wreck stuff because apparently in the Giant Slayer campaign, they gave me the MacGuffin, the Giant Slaying Axe. And I just love critting with that baby. It's so beautiful. And I play in the tavern with Kelsa. And used to be MTO. He made me cry a little bit. But I now play other games with them online. I'm into Blood Bowl if you're in the Savannah area. Morningstar's actually gonna have 3 leagues going, which is gonna be amazing. I'm actually gonna sacrifice myself to the rookie league and just run a halfling team for just that if they need a spot to fill up, just to be like, you know what, I'm going for it. My treants are gonna hit somebody, probably maybe not, but I'm gonna have fun being a halfling. And I love playing games. I like playing different type of games with cool people on the internet. And I'm having this tough decision in Sprawl. I mean, my other game is like, do I heal one of my teammates or do I hit the 3 orcs together with Thunderwave? I'm like, I could kill some of them and that's less people on the field, but it's like at the same time.
Oh, dude, always. No. As long as there's people in between you in the initiative order, you definitely want to Thunderwave them because they'll get knocked back. They might get knocked down. And if they get knocked down, your allies have advantage to melee attack them.
Thunderwave knock people down?
Yeah, Thunderwave knocks people down on a failed DC 10 strength saving throw.
I thought it was knocked back.
Knocked down. You're thrown back 15 feet and knocked prone.
Let me click the button.
Something
Okay,
like
let me see. 2DA is pushed 10 feet away from you. Oh, they're not knocked down, though. They're pushed back, though.
I don't know. Your call, then.
But
Yeah.
Could have sworn. I might be
still
thinking a different
3
move.
people that I could hit, even if they save. That's still more damage on the table.
Yeah.
And I might sacrifice a 2nd level spell to be like, Supersonic Boom!
Barg, I'm good at games. Not a nerd. I'm good at games. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. I know I'm good at D&D.
Yep.
I love playing
Awesome.
D&D. It's a fun system.
All right.
Yeah. So
Adam,
thank
do
you
some
all.
shout outs.
yeah, thank you all once again. I've mentioned our other shows already. I'm on Kelsa's Love and Benchville earlier in the day. I'm on Henley's channel Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. The usual RPG time of 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific. Yeah, that's about it for me. Join us in an hour or 45 minutes or so if you want for the Perimeter, or head over and check out Kelsa's thing with Stars Without Number. Either one will be on YouTube if you want to check one out live and the other one out later. Totally cool. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, and hopefully we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Peace.